Alright guys, welcome back to the shop, and I want to thank y'all for your overwhelming support of the last video I made on the message to a viewer. I didn't mean to come across that I was pissed off or mad that I got a negative comment. That wasn't the case. I don't mind negative comments. I just wanted that person to know how an answer to his questions. And sometimes I do seem to half-ass stuff. It's usually when I am tired, I'm trying to get done, I'm in a hurry, but most of the time I try to do the best job I can do. Another thing I want to thank y'all is for y'all's support. I'm able to upgrade my equipment. Now, I've got a new camera I'm recording with. It's new to me, but it's an older model, HD. But I don't like it. It's a DVD style camera. So I've upgraded to the Canon HFR 600, which is right here. It's very similar in size to my Sony Handycam, but this is a HD, a little nicer. It's got the filters, different filters you can put on. And of course I'm having to let it charge up, so I just got it today. Came with a light and all kind of stuff, bag. And what I should have really bought before I bought the one I'm currently recording with, this one should also allow me to use my external microphone that I've got right here, my wireless microphone system, and hopefully we'll have some better audio. Now, for the video, I have decided to repaint these fenders, and yesterday I got in here, I sanded them down. I actually went and I was sanding this one down to buff, and I got on the edge too much and it got down to the metal on the very edge. So I decided to heck with it. I'm going to take it on down. Went over it with 400 grit. I think one of them I actually went over with 400 and then 800 or 700. And I taped this gray up, but I think I'm going to take this off so that I don't have a sharp line right here. This area right here will show. So I think I'm going to take the tape off. I'm going to go ahead and sand all the gray down, because right at the very bottom on both of these, it's got a little bit light on color and clear coat. The way they were hanging like this, and it's hard to see. As you can see, the thing I built to hang these on is no longer in here. Got a bunch of other stuff I'm going to go ahead and paint up while I'm at it. I'm going to go ahead, I sanded this down 400 because of that one corner that was bad. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it again with black. All this is going to get painted with a primer sealer. And since these really don't have any dents to speak of, I'm just going to seal them and then they'll be ready for blue paint. I went ahead and primed in areas that I got down to bare metal, but this is just you never really notice it. If there's a little dent, never really notice it. So here's the other one that I had already buffed out, and I like the way I buffed those is took that DA with some 1500 grit, and this right in here is the hardest part to sand, because it kind of makes a transition upward. And it's kind of a dip, so you kind of go over it like that, and it don't really touch in the middle. You kind of have to bear into it. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take the gray down today. It's a little bit humid out there. It's been rainy today, so I may or may not spray. I haven't decided yet, but the gray is definitely coming off, and we will repaint the gray. I'm a little bit afraid I'm going to run out of gray. But I'd only have to buy maybe a quart to finish that bed, if that much. I think a quart would really be overkill. But I wished I had Let's see where I got down to bare metal right here. I've learned now when you use the DA on the edges, do not use the DA on the edges. Take your sandpaper, that right there is rough, I'm going to have to re-sand that. Take your sandpaper and sand the edges by hand, especially right on the very edge. I wouldn't even get close to the very edge like that. Very edge is very thin paint, so also, you know, have to be careful with that kind of edge right there too, because it's real easy to get below the clear coat with that. So for some reason right in here is rough, so I'm going to re-sand this edge, especially right in here. If y'all can tell or not, but that's pretty rough. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today, and if I shoot some black to it, I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, got the first coat in, and kind of wish I'd measured where that gray was. I guess I want to dig out them other fenders and kind of tell it was right up in this area, but may not be able to tell tomorrow, especially when I get the blue on. I can definitely tell where the tape line is right here. You can see it right there. That ain't the tape line, actually. That's where I sprayed the blue down. I thought I sanded that better than I did, but maybe not. And of course we got some sealer on all this stuff. All this will be blue, and then the only thing that's going to be gray would be the front side of this balance panel here. So I'm going to get another coat on, and we'll let it dry overnight. Tomorrow we'll shoot it with some blue, then we'll wait about an hour, tape it off, shoot it with some gray, and we should be good to go. And we'll be able to clear. So I'll probably cover this stuff up except for that one I'm going to shoot gray. And of course that'll have to be, I'll shoot that with blue, I'll clear it, and I'll flip it over and have to do the same thing to the other side. That goes on the dash, the steering column. The rest of this cowl panel, I won't clear it, it'll just get blue. I'll flip it over, do the same thing with the other side, and clear that. So, yep, there it should be. Alright. We'll see what it's look like when I get done with the second coat. Alright guys, well I didn't quite have enough to put 2 full coats on these, but that ain't really worrying about the 2 full coats. I just need it black. I did get 2 coats around the edges, and that's really where I was into the bare metal. And I believe I might have had some moisture in the paint. I believe I'm going to change my filter out. I used it the other day to sandblast with, and I'm pretty sure that it is used up. But I did get 2 coats on these, and it didn't turn out too bad. That was one I was really worried about. That turned out pretty good. Got just a little bit of speck in it. This one, another one I didn't really want to get. Not much in there. It don't look too bad. So that, dang it, that looks like the worst part right there. If I can zoom in on that. Yep. Looks like little specks of water, but it ain't. It's water in the paint's what it is. Might be a little speck here and there. This one looks alright so far, from what I can tell. When I started, I was spraying like this, the second coat, and it's the first pass I made. I guess I had a little moisture in it. So that ain't good. That'll have to be sanded down and shot again, I guess. Let's clean my gun, but I couldn't sand that thing down and shoot it again. That's what I'm gonna have to do, but it's got to dry first. I can't sand it and it's not dry yet. It's just barely dry enough to touch. It's been about 15 minutes. So, anyway guys, till tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't.